It was close, but the Republicans pulled this off.
Tonight I stand before you extraordinarily humbled and honored at the tremendous privilege and high responsibility that you and the people across the 6th District have given to me to represent you in the United States House of Representatives.
But this district was never supposed to be in play, having been solidly Republican since 1979, and the Democrats said they took comfort in that.
At a time when politics has been dominated by fear and hatred and scapegoating and division, this community stood up.
The Democrats had hoped that with bipartisan unease about Donald Trump and healthcare reform, combined with the district's changing racial demographics, victory would be theirs. The Republicans presented Ossoff as a radical leftist, posing as a centrist.
Jon Ossoff supports
the Republicans also hoped that the national and international attention on Georgia's 6th District might spur their base to prove that this wasn't a swing state, no matter what the pundits were saying. Ossoff's loss is likely to intensify a debate raging within the Democratic Party on how best to challenge the Republicans in next year's congressional elections. There was already bitterness at the lack of money and support from the party leadership in 2 previous special congressional elections in Montana and Kansas this year. In both, candidates from the Bernie Sanders progressive wing of the party outperformed but narrowly lost, yet they only got a fraction of the support and millions of dollars the firmly centrist Ossoff received. The left says the current cautious strategy just won't fire up the base and win elections.
I don't think it has long-term stability because we have a whole new generation of progressives that are coming up in the next 10, 20 years.
And going almost unnoticed, on the same night as this election in Georgia, there was also a special congressional election in South Carolina. Staunchly Republican, yet the Democratic candidate slashed his opponent's lead to 2 or 3 points without very much help or money from the Democratic leadership, and that's causing anger among the grassroots as well. It's difficult to say how significant the Georgia result is. The Democrats will remain split on strategy. Perhaps some Republicans will be nervous about the narrow margins of victory in safe seats and begin to rebel, or they'll double down on their conservative agenda. But as for next year's congressional elections,
particularly with this administration, there's so much that happens literally in a matter of 3 or 4 days that it's impossible, I think, to say that whatever the outcome is tonight, that it will automatically translate in the same outcome next year. I think you'd be foolhardy to draw that kind of conclusion.
Both parties need to reflect carefully on this result. Shihab, Rattansi, Al Jazeera, Sandy Springs, Georgia.